The success of a business is often tied directly to the digital experience of its users and customers. A poorly performing website can reduce user engagement, lead to higher bounce rates, and have a direct financial impact. We are excited to introduce two sets of capabilities to Elastic Observability to help developers and operators measure and test the performance of their digital properties. The first is User Experience Monitoring, a new, dedicated view in Kibana that helps you understand your website performance as seen by your users. Leveraging the real user monitoring data collected by the Elastic JavaScript agent, this new view synthesizes user experience into a single pane, beginning with key experience metrics, things like paint time, duration, and information on long tasks. It also exposes Core Web Vitals, which were recently introduced by Google as a new standard for measuring quality of experience. Not only do Core Web Vitals make it easy to quantify experience, since they are going to factor into search rankings going forward, understanding where you stand with these will be critical to online success. Part of creating the best digital experience for your users is knowing what their experience is. Break down performance by client-side attributes and answer questions like, what are my users looking at? Where are they browsing from? What device or operating system are they using? And many more. Combined with information about the relative sizes of the cohorts, these answers help you determine where to focus your optimization efforts. For example, we can see that Android users are pretty common on the site, in the top 5 by volume. By also breaking down the page load time by OS and hiding some of the lower volume operating systems, we can see that Android users are seeing slightly longer and less consistent load times. Quickly filtering on the OS and pivoting to a device breakdown, we can see that this LG device is really contributing to that downtick in the average, something that we might want to optimize for in the future. User experience monitoring also centralizes JavaScript errors and shows how frequently they're occurring. When you see errors here, it means that those errors are impacting your visitors. Real User Monitoring, or RUM, provides a broad yet shallow view. It can also be rather noisy since it shows data for all your visitors. To add depth to this broad view that RUM provides, we are excited to launch expanded synthetic monitoring capabilities. Introducing multi-step journey checks in Elastic Uptime, made possible by the new browser-based synthetic agent. Developers can now craft tests to simulate common user journeys, like logging in or completing a purchase, to baseline front-end performance. Executing full synthetic user journeys in a real browser provides repeatable, clean, and consistent data, letting you go narrow and deep to focus on specific user workflows. Better yet, since these tests are scripted using Playwright, a popular cross-browser automation tool for end-to-end testing, you can use the same scripts locally for testing and debugging in Dev or QA, then promote them to start tracking user experience for critical user journeys in production. And these are just the first steps in our journey for synthetics and user experience monitoring. We ship much more data than you see in this first iteration. You have access to all of the data for loads and paint transactions and can leverage it in your own custom visualizations or explore them using Lens. These great features are available now, and you can access them in Elastic Cloud, or you can download and deploy the latest version of the Elastic Stack. Then, grab the new Real Browser Synthetic Agent and start exploring your own user journeys today and improve your users' experiences.